Okay, good evening, everyone. And I am super, super excited. For tonight, I have one of my sweetest, most favorite sideline sisters, Jill Renfro, in the house tonight. And y'all, I mean, if you meet her in person, she is just someone that you just automatically fall in love with. And I will tell you, if you do not already follow her on Facebook, like this girl is like her posts are amazing. Her Facebook Live, like she is the funniest thing, but she's so good. And it is no wonder why she is going to be a diamond very, very soon. We're already like speaking it in the name of Jesus. It's going to happen. And I cannot wait. So I'm so excited that she's taking time out tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and Jill is currently a Sapphire ambassador, and she is a retired third grade teacher. Thank you, Plexus. And her husband live in, where do y'all live at? In Texas?
Yeah.
I live in Texas, but like in the country or something.
Yeah, and we live outside of the college station.
Outside of college station. So I'm really excited. It's such an honor to have you on tonight, Jill. And I'm just going to turn it over to you if you just want to share your testimony and some tips. And y'all, if you have questions, which I know you're going to, please put them in the comments section. And then as we go along at the end, when we open it up for Q&A, you'll be able to have your questions answered. So I'm going to make sure everyone is muted and you're unmuted, and we're just going to turn it over to you, Jill.
Thank you. Oh, I think y'all hear that echo?
I don't hear one.
I think it's maybe, Angie, maybe turn down your volume or mute yourself, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, that was it. Okay. Then, yeah, I was like echoing back and forth to myself. And, I'm that person who I talk a lot, but I don't like to hear my own voice. So when you're hearing your own voice, kind of like freaks yourself out. So I'm so excited to be with y'all tonight. I love your leader. Like, oh my gosh. Guys, if you haven't grabbed hold of that little teeny tiny thing, I don't even know what you're doing. She is absolutely adorable and precious. And I'm honored to be on y'all's call tonight. Honored, honored, honored. And we have 1 week till convention. Like, oh my God, if you're not in convention full mode, you're doing it wrong. If your butt's not in the chair next weekend in Vegas, you already did it wrong. And you already need to have a seat in Vegas for next year. It's the biggest thing that you could do. So if you are going to convention, I hope I pass you, see you, or we pee in the bathroom together or something like that. I don't know. So I'm really excited. But I am so pumped to come on here with y'all. First off, I am a youngin'. I know that. I'm only 28 years old. Been with Plexus. It'll be 3 years at the end of June. So coming up on 3 years. I was a third grade reading and writing teacher. And guys, I was sick and tired of everything that my day entailed. And I know that sounds crazy because if you're a teacher, you're supposed to love your job and the angel babies and oh my gosh, and you're teaching the future of tomorrow. I'm sorry. That's a lot of loaded. Yeah. Okay. I love children. That's not it. It's hard. It is so hard and it's exhausting. And I was a dang good teacher, like so good to where I showed up an hour before I was supposed to be there. And I was there 3, 4, 5, 6 hours after my contract time. I did Saturday school, after school tutorials, UIL, cheerleading sponsor, mentor teacher. I did everything. And I jam-packed anything that I could do to bump my paycheck up. Because as a teacher here in the state of Texas, I averaged at about right at $40,000. So, and I knew I could pull up my district website and I could see how much I'd make in 25 years. I knew where I was going to be maxed out. And that was depressing. It really was because I worked so hard. So every little thing that I could do, $500, not a month, but $500 on your entire year salary to be the cheerleading sponsor. I'm like, okay, sign me up. $500 extra as the entire yearly salary to be a UIL coordinator. Okay, sign me up. So I did everything that I could. I was jam-packed. At that point in time, my husband, he traveled to the oil field in the state of Texas, and he was gone all the time, y'all, like all the time, so much to where the house that we bought that we live in right now, when we bought this home, our master bathroom has one sink in it. And I remember him asking me before we put it off from the house, he said, are you sure that that's not non-negotiable for you, that there's one sink in the bathroom? And I said, nope, you're never home. And that was it. I mean, he wasn't. That I was able to purchase the house because of one sink, and it didn't matter because he was never home. Well, guys, I mean, like, even after the fact that we got married, he was gone for 6 months. I saw him 4 times in 6 months. That's how long it was here. It wasn't fun. It really wasn't. People are like, oh, married, yay, you're so fun. You're going to start a family. You're going to do all these things. And I'm like, I'm alone a lot, y'all. Like, I don't know. How can you start a family when you're not together? Like, how can you be fruitful and multiply if you ain't even sleep in the same bed? Like, I'm really lost about this. Like, I don't understand what's going on. And where it really got me, it was right about 2014, so right off the point that I started Plexus. My husband was home, and he asked me, where do we keep the dish towels? And I'm like, you don't know where we keep the dish towels? It kind of was like, what are we doing in our life? Like, he didn't know where things went, but that became our norm for a long time. And guys, I was so sick and tired of that. I would a mentor teacher in 3rd grade. All of the mamas and the teachers would come to my classroom sobbing and crying. Jill, what do? I can't go tell our principal again. My kid's running a fever. Oh my gosh, I'm out of sick days. What am I going to do? Help me. Will you watch my kids? And I sat there and go, I'm not having kids. I'm not doing it. I'm not bringing children into this world freaking out like this. All of these women have husbands to help. Mine's off in Saskatchewan over here. He won't even answer the phone. Like, I don't even know what to do. And it freaked me out that we will never have the opportunity to have children, because that would be selfish of us to do that to them. It really would. So I had like this big revelation of like, we've got to do something. I don't know what we're going to do. And I didn't even know how to pray for that. And he's like, babe, here's the deal. He's blue collar mentality, meaning he is just a redneck. He's a roughneck. He's covered in oil and grease and funk, and he wears hard hats and steel toe boots. That's my husband. He is not wearing ties in an office. And he's like, here, this is the mentality. This is how I have to make money. This is where I got to go. And that scared me, guys. Plexus entered my life in that June, so almost 3 years ago, and everything that I wanted was skinny. That was it. If you'd have told me, Jill, you're going to get healthy, I'm like, I don't care. I want skinny. I'd gained about 30 pounds during this time of depressed about teaching, depressed about him, doing all this stuff. I lived off Red Baron pizza and sweet tea. Like, that's basically what I was doing. And I'm like, I need the road to skinny. Like, I'm ready to sign me up. I did not even research Plexus. A lot of people say, how long did you follow your upline for before you joined her? About 6 minutes was how long I followed her before I said, sign me up. That's where I was at. That I was just ready, because I've done everything else. I've done so many other things. Fast forward, fell in love 3 days. 3 days into the products, I was like, something's different about this. Fall in love. 6 months later, I lost 30 pounds. I was able to get off of 4 prescription medications for cystic acne. My face was so incredibly bad. I had a severe adult cystic acne. My kiddos in my classroom would say things like, Miss Renfro, your face is bleeding again. And I'm like, shush, we don't talk about people's insecurities. You bite your tongue. I had that conversation in a normal, like, all the day time in my classroom. And when my face started to clear up about 6 months in, that's when I was like, whoa, what is going on? Hello, gut health. It all makes so much sense now. And it's like the rest was history with that. My health testimony, I've been able to maintain the 30-pound weight loss. I'm still off those meds today. Feel great, poop great, sleep great, all of the awesome things that Plexus brings. Well, I'm bebopping around the hallway in 3rd grade over here, and everybody's like, your pants are big. What are you doing? You have energy. Why in the world do you not have a big red in your hand? Like, what are you doing? I carried around a tea glass like Uncle Si of Duck Dynasty, like, if you know what I'm talking about. I was addicted to tea. I live in Texas, guys. Come on now. Like, that's what we have. Your staple is mashed potatoes, sweet tea, cornbread. Like, that's just normal supper. And so I was highly addicted to that. And about a month in on Plexus, I was not craving the tea anymore. And then my teacher friends noticed that. They're like, why are you not having tea? Like, are you pregnant? Like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I'm like, guys, I don't crave it anymore. So my classroom and my district and my campus became a gold mine for Plexus. It really did. Teachers are hungry, broke, tired, sore, and angry, and upset, and emotional every teacher, if you know one, needs Plexus. The second that they come up on the intercom system and say, teachers, there are cupcakes in the lounge, you watch them run. Watch them run. They are dying for a cupcake. I would kill for somebody to come in and be like, Jill, I thought of you. I brought you a white chocolate mocha from Starbucks. I'm like, oh my gosh, because you feel so trapped in this classroom. So that's health testimony with Plexus. And I just started sharing bold and big and just living that. But, you know, guys, the business side, I never thought, oh, yeah, like I'm doing a business in the beginning. That was nothing to me. And even we were in this lump of my husband being gone, and I was very unhappy with the district, was going through a lot of changes. Our state standardized testing was going through a lot of changes. It was a rough year. But I still told myself, you went to school to be a teacher, you'll always be a teacher. That's what you do. Stay in the four walls. Your sister's a teacher. Your mama's a teacher. Everybody's a teacher. This is what you do. This is your life. I didn't even think outside of the box of the opportunity. Well, my first Plexus paycheck was about $50, and I was going, $50. Well, that's pretty nice. You know, maybe I can do one less Saturday school. That would be really cool. So I didn't even think replace my income at this point in time. I'm just thinking side cash. And then my second Plexus paycheck was $750. And that to me was half the paycheck that I had for the district. Every 2 weeks, I got paid $1,300 every 2 weeks. So yeah, that's not a lot of money when you're trying to survive. So I already at month 2 made half of one of my paychecks. And that opened my eyes. I went, oh my gosh. I had to find right then and there the compensation plan. What am I going to do? I started Googling things and didn't even know what to Google. Just everything that I could about this company in Plexus. So 9 months of me working this company and sharing these products, I matched my teacher's salary at that point in time. My Plexus paychecks were just as big as my teacher paychecks per month. And then in 16 months sharing Plexus, I reached the rank of Emerald. And that was 3 times my teacher salary. 23 months, which was last May, I ranked Sapphire, and that was 4 times my teacher salary. And at that point in time, I walked away from teaching. I did not go back this school year at only 28 years old. I was 27 at the time. And then my husband was able to walk away from the oil field. And that was the biggest blessing probably that we've ever could imagine in this. So my husband's home every single day now. He gets to work a job that he just enjoys in town, and it's not based off of the income. He was somebody who had to work for double time, triple time, overtime, per diem, hours, bonuses. He worked on Christmas Eve, Easter, like all the time. There was never planning in our marriage or relationship of what to do. And when he was able to walk away, I just thought, oh my God, like the potential in this business. Why did I ever think so small about something? Why? You know, and that just, it keeps opening my eyes for every single thing. So that was last year at this time. And then here I am now, 3 years, and mark my words, I'll be a Diamond Ambassador in the name of Jesus this month in Plexus. Y'all better watch for that promotion coming. It's coming this month. So what's 3 years out of my life to work this business hardcore? Because again, we can all go pull up right now my district, bryanisd.org, and you can go see what I'd have made at 25 years in the district. And I'll tell you what that was. $56,000 I would make in 25 years. $56,000 a year. And to have the opportunity at 3 years in Plexus to make what a Sapphire now makes, and then as of next month, my paycheck will be a Diamond paycheck. Are you serious? Like, that is insane. So I will tell you before I hop in and give you my tips and stuff tonight, like, guys, I want you to really think about your journey. Think about your journey, because right now, I know somebody on this call tonight is thinking, well, I've been silver for 18 months, Jill. Woohoo. I know somebody's thinking that. And I know somebody's thinking, well, I lost the rank of senior gold, and I don't think I'll ever get it back. And somebody's thinking, I can't even get silver. And I know what you're comparing yourself to my journey right now. We all do it. Everybody does. So I'm going to tell you right now, in the nicest way that I can, shut up and stop. That's what you need to do. Shut up and stop. Your journey is your journey. So you've got to be able to reflect enough and say, did I, or have I, or am I working in the way where my goals are going? So I want you to think about your goals. And your goal may be Diamond, okay? That may be your goal. You're thinking, yes, Diamond is my goal. I want both Lexuses. I want Hawaii 4 seasons. I want the, almost $500,000 a year. I want that financial freedom. I want that income. I want this. I see myself doing that. That might be your goal. Your goal might just be Ruby. And I don't say just Ruby, but that's probably maybe where you think you could retire from your job at that point in time. Maybe it's Emerald. Whatever the case may be, that's fine. We all don't have to have the same goal. But I want you to think about your goal of where you're going. And then I want you to really honestly, hardest thing you're ever going to have to do here is be honest with yourself, because we're all a bunch of fuddy-duddy liars. Yeah, we are. I want you to be honest, and I want you to really think about your journey from what you've done and if it matches where you're going in your goals. And I want you to think about your work effort. I want you to think about your word effort, work with a K and word with a D. And I'm going to talk about both of those tonight and where that's going to get you to the success of the goals you're striving to have. First off, sister girl, or man, I see some men on the call. I apologize. I say sister, I say girl a lot. It's a Southern thing. I don't mean it out of a sexual thing. I'm sorry. Okay, so everybody's like a sister to me. I'm sorry. So first off, you've got to figure out why in the hell are you doing this business? You really do. You've got to figure that out. Why are you doing this? Seriously. You got to say, okay, do I have kids? Are we broke? Oh, we got college debt. Are we paying for my daughter's wedding? I want my husband, medical bills, retire. What are you doing? Why are you even striving this? Or is your why focused on all of the extras? Like, oh, Lexus in Hawaii would be really cool, and so would be calling on stage at convention. That ain't going to get you there. It ain't. You've got to have a why so much that shakes you from the inside, and that is not, this is the key word, your why not. And a lot of people go, what do you mean, Jill, when you say that? Your why cannot be your why not. If you're saying, my kids, I'm doing this for my kids, this right here to be a better mom, to strive, is your why not that you're doing this business half the time? Your kids? Well, my kids keep me busy. Well, my kids, da-da-da-da. But you're using them as your why not? Well, then that don't really make sense, does it? When your kids are your why, but they're also your why not. Maybe it's time. You want the time freedom. You want the ability to call your own shots, to be your own boss. But then you say, I don't have enough time to do this business. Well, you've just taken your why and turned it into your why not. Sister girl, you're going to be going in circles the rest of your life. You're never going to grasp that. You're not. So I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. And after we get off the call tonight, or maybe right now you're already having some revelation, and I want you to think about it. I want you to take your little finger, and I want you to point it back at yourself. And I use a lot of analogies as a teacher because that's who I know. I know babies. I know 8-year-olds. I know 3rd graders. And that's who I relate to. And a lot in Plexus relates to kiddos, relates to teaching. Because here's the deal. We all came in like a kindergarten baby who did not know how to read. None of us had the background knowledge. None of us had the ability. We all were like, what do we do? I don't know. Let's wait for somebody to tell me. We're a kindergarten baby when we start Plexus. Okay? So I want you to think about that. If I, as a teacher, gave all my kiddos a test, and if you as a mama or as a daddy, think about your kid in the classroom. Your teacher gave them a test. You're probably worried about them. You're like, oh, my kid's got a big test today. They're freaking out. So what if they all failed? Everybody in the classroom failed. You as a mom or you as a teacher would say, everybody failed? Would you be blaming your kiddo at that point, or would you be pointing the finger and looking at that teacher? You'd probably be looking at that teacher and saying, if every kid failed, what'd she do wrong? Why isn't she teaching right? Where did she miss the gaps? Why did she not meet my baby where they needed to be met? This is their level. So as a teacher, if I give all my kiddos a test and I say, there you go, take the test, and all of them failed, do I say, you idiots? Or do I need to point that finger and say, where did I go wrong? Where did I not fill the gaps? Where did I not pay attention to what needed to be taught? So I want you to do that in your Plexus business. So instead of looking at your team and going, you idiots, instead of looking at your upline and saying, you dingbat, you're not teaching me, instead of looking at your sideline and saying, I can't compare to her, I want you to take your finger and say, where do I go wrong? What do I need to do? How can I step up my game? What am I doing to fill the gaps in my business for my team? What kind of teacher am I being? What am I striving for? What am I doing? But you've got to reflect that 100%. We're the quickest people to say, well, my upline doesn't do 3-way calls with me. Honey, here's what I'm going to tell you. Thank goodness you've got Angie. Honey, I don't have an upline. Get over it. I've never had an upline. I've outranked her 7 times. It doesn't matter. Nobody's ever told me, Jill, this is how you go silver. Here's Kendra Scott earrings. Go, girl. Get a customer. Nobody's ever done that to me. It doesn't matter. Those things that she does is phenomenal. Consider yourself blessed. Consider yourself loved. And I know the team that you have. You've got all those awesome things. Here's some Kendra Scott. Here's a gift card. Come on, there's a Plexus cup. Come on, come on, come on. Nobody should have to do that to you. You should take your why and say, financial freedom. Bring my husband home. My kids need me. We need to get out of debt. Come on, come on, come on. That's what should strive you. You know that my uplines never shouted me out one time? It doesn't matter. You shout yourself out. You know that my uplines never bought me a rank up gift? She's never done a three-way call. She's never tagged me in something. So whatever your excuse is, take it off of anybody else, sister, because it only should be on you. The last time that I checked, your back office said your name. Your company said your name, your paycheck said your name, it's your email, your phone number, and everything. Now, here's not what I'm saying. I don't want you to get off this call and say, well, Jill told me I never have to talk to Angie again. Wrong. That ain't it, honey. No. What I'm telling you is consider yourself extremely blessed of what you do have and use the resources that are given to you. Guys, you're not going in blind. I was the blind leading the blind. Like, I don't know what anything is. And you know what? I'm grateful for that today. I don't have a bitter bone in my body because of that, because my upline was a connector to get me into this company. Thank goodness for that. And I don't think if she was holding my hand, I wouldn't be one of the top 20 today in the company. I wouldn't go to Gala. I wouldn't go to Hawaii. I wouldn't have been a Nordstrom shopping spree earner. I don't think I would have. I had to figure out how to do this stuff. Y'all, and this stuff's hard. I'm going to be the first one to tell you the truth. If everybody says, anybody can do this. All you need is 2 rock stars go to the top, girl. Wrong, sister. You need to be the rock star to go to the top. You need to strive to do it. This business is not made for everybody. It's not. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're somebody who sits there and cries every day and has anxiety, sister, it's time to put your big girl panties on and get it going and do it. That's what you got to do. If you're somebody who needs a pat, 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 come on. And Angie's having to check in every single day and say, hey, girl, are you posting? How's your points? What you doing? I've been thinking about you today. She shouldn't have to do that every day. You should be telling yourself, okay, did I post? Okay, did I do this? Did I do that? Where are my points at? Oh, I've already wrote about myself. I know where I'm going. I know where my projections need to be. Don't wait on anybody to hold your hand. Now, you have an amazing upline who's doing things like that. You consider yourself double blessed in this. Do not wait on anybody to do anything for you. If you're feeling it, do it. Now you can ask for help all the time, and that's phenomenal. But you don't wait on somebody to say, we're going to have to start doing 3-way messages. If you think 3-way messages are going to work for your business, do them now. And I'll tell you, if you're not doing a 3-way message, you're missing out, sister girl. They're awesome. They're phenomenal. 3-way calls, phenomenal. If you're not training your team, do it. If you're saying, well, Angie hasn't taught me how to train my team yet, it ain't Angie's job. You go figure out how to train your team, okay? Pay attention. Open your eyes. Hello, this is training your team. Find somebody to train your team. That's what you do. So you've got to figure out every aspect that you can. Stop using your whys, your why not, and stop using yourself and blaming everybody else for what your problems are. You're a business owner. If nobody told you, I'm going to tell you today. Congratulations, you're a business owner. Good job for you, girl. You own a business. Now, you're also the cleanup crew. You're the HR. You're the billing department. You're the recognition committee. You're the toilet bowl scrubber. You are the psychiatrist on the thing. You are the therapist. You're all the things. You're a one-man band. You are. You carry all the titles. Guys, there's nights that I'm up late because I'm the shipping department and I've got to get stuff out to my team. There's nights that I am the telephone welcomer girl. Hello, how are y'all? Welcome to the team. I got to do that stuff. You're also the welcome committee. When anybody in this team, I don't care if it's your upline, your downline, or your sideline, welcome somebody to that team page. It should be everybody who says, welcome, girl. We are so glad to have you. They should know that the one Plexus culture of this team starts from the second somebody posts about them and welcomes them to this team. If you are somebody who's not welcoming everybody else's ambassadors, I'm going to say, how sad. How sad. Because when you welcome ambassadors, don't you want the rest of the team to tell them welcome and to cheer them on and say, we're here for you, welcome to the team? Absolutely. And if they don't have to be, you don't have to get paid from them to tell them, welcome, we're glad to have you. So if you don't do anything else after this call, I challenge you to go welcome anybody and everybody, if they're on your downline or not your downline, and you show the culture and respect. Because if you want to be a leader, okay, and you want to have this as your why and your job and your main focus, guys, you've got to be the role model. You've got to be the rock star. When you start saying welcome to people, your downline's going to go, oh, she's saying welcome to somebody. Maybe it's something I should do. Welcome. Hey, girl, how are you? When they see you logging into calls, they're going to see the importance of what that's going to do for them. Oh, I should probably log into calls, right? Yeah. When they see you posting, oh, I should probably start posting. When they see you starting through messages, when they see you getting your butt to convention, oh, that was something important. I want to do that next year with my upline. Absolutely. And I'll tell you guys, I know it's too late for you now. You missed the rodeo to convention, but I don't. Your excuse was your excuse. My first year, I charged it all on a credit card. We were so up in debt to our eyeballs. It was stupid to charge it, but I felt it. And I'm so glad I did, because every single credit card we have now is paid off in the name of Jesus because of Plexus. My husband even told me he would pawn his guitar so that I could go to the first convention. So if you have not figured out, I had a garage sale so I could go to my first convention. And I shared a foot-long $5 Subway sandwich with 4 other girls in the same room, and I slept on the couch. So if you did not figure out a reason, you had an excuse that was holding you back, and you were not taking a leap of faith. And I'm going to tell you again, don't miss one other leap of faith. If you feel it, go and do it in this company. You should not miss one more thing ever again. Find a way to get there, because it's that big for you and your business. So whatever you're doing, guys, do it with the best of your ability. Lead by example. So there's 2 main things. I'm not a math teacher, but I do know one formula. And I was a reading and writing teacher, but this is my formula, and I preach about it to my team, and I preach about it to myself. These are 2 things. You can do these 2 things. I promise you they're going to equal success. They are. So my formula that I preach about is big words plus big action equals big success. I'll say that again. Big words that come out your mouth plus big action. That means you got to do something, sister. You can't just sit there and look pretty. Equals big success. Now let's talk about big words, because a lot of people don't understand this. They think big words is, I'm going to be a diamond. I'm going to get a Lexus. No, honey, that ain't big words. You just talk and blow and smoke, okay? You've got to claim things. You've got to write things down. You've got to have vision. You've got to write them, put them in your path. And everything out of your mouth should be so big and bold, people think you are cheesy and you are stupid. And that they're like, I don't even know what she's talking about. She's barely silver over here thinking she's doing so good in Plexus. That's how your words should be. So big. And I want you to catch yourself. I really do. Because I know you've probably already done it 9,000 times today. You've said something like, I could never. Oh, that girl, I can't. Oh, I'm not pretty. She's thin as a rail. I've done this. Da, 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 da. Another ambassador doesn't want to join my team. I've said no again. You're feeding yourself right now with trash can, Oscar the Grouch thoughts. You're living in a trash can, sister, like Oscar the Grouch. That's what you're doing. You've got trash can brain. It is time to leave the trash can. You're stinking. Anytime that you start speaking negativity, because your tongue will do 2 things for you. It'll speak life or it'll speak death, and it's up to you what you want it to do. It's the most powerful thing you've got. You can either speak life into your life, or you can speak death into your life. You can speak life into your business, or you can speak death into your business. And I promise you, you've already spoke death into your business today. And I would highly probably put money on it. You know, I'd put money on it that you spoke more death into your business in your life today than you did of the life words. You probably spoke more death. Most of us do, because it takes the action of catching yourself. It takes the action of actually doing it and saying, whoa, that word not coming out of my mouth. Let's switch it to a positive. And that takes things like positive mindset coaching, reading books, listening to things, the Bible, the gospel. I'm telling you guys, you got to dig in and you've got to find a way. So the second that you get up in the morning, you should go ahead and say 3 things wonderful about yourself. Not your day, not your husband, not your dog, yourself, sister, yourself. Get up, say something about yourself. I don't care what you say. Man, I've got good hair. Say it. Feel good about yourself. Man, I'm sure glad I had braces when I was little because my teeth sure look good. Say it. Say something about yourself. And you may sound like this conceited hussy talking to herself in the mirror. I don't care. Say it. If you feel thinner today than you did last week, you say, whoa, girl, you looking sexy, okay? You look, we're doing it, girl. Speak it to yourself. Speak it to yourself. Whatever the case may be, about you, not about your clothes, about you. Build yourself up. All day long, when you sit down and work your business, you should say things like, you know what? And this is what I pray before I work my business and before I do things, before I get on calls, I do. And maybe that's not you. So you find something that you can do that is you. I say things like, all right, God, okay, in the name of Jesus, here we go. You're bringing them in. You're lining up left and right. I know that the second that I open this messenger, Lord, I know it's going to be positive message after positive message. When I open this back office, Lord, those points are going to be up in the name of Jesus compared to yesterday. I know, Lord God, that somebody else is going to be lined up today because they need Plexus. You're going to send me the right people, God. I know that. I speak life into my business. So you find something that works for you. So if yours is your goals, you're saying you're shooting for gold right now. You're shooting for 3 brand new level 1 ambassadors, whatever the case may be. You claim that when you sit down and work your business. You know what, God, I'm claiming gold in the name of Jesus. I am claiming I need 3 more ambassadors to finish this month off of May. I've got 9 more days. I know you're leading them to me. Girl, you're doing this. Write those things down, guys, because if you're sitting there going, nobody wants Plexus, hush, my dog. Nobody wants Plexus, nobody wants this, then yeah, nobody does. Who wants to buy something or follow somebody or even be in a network of somebody who breathes death words every single day? That's contagious. People see that through your posting. You can either be a light or you can be a darkness. You decide what you want to be. Your team can see that. You're seeping, you're reeking, you smell, you're stagnant. Yes, stagnant water attracts flies. You don't want to attract flies, sister. You're going to stink. And you don't want to be a part of that. Your words should be positive, bold words. If you're working right now for Senior Gold, everything that you should be saying is, woo, it feels good to be Senior Gold in the name of Jesus. And you might be 100 points from Senior Gold, girl. You speak it. You speak it, you speak it, you speak it. I've called myself a diamond for a year now. For a year, I've called myself a diamond. And I've said, I'm a diamond in the name of Jesus, and it is happening, and I'm moving forward, even when I was moving backwards. Because here's what I could do. I have 2 options. I can sit there and say, I'll never do this. Oh my God, it's getting so hard. I'm drowning. Yeah, well, I'm going to continue to live that way. Or I can say, you know what? Setback's a setback, because when we come back and we're zooming, we're in sprint mode. It doesn't matter. It does not matter, because I'm staying focused in my lane. I talk to my team about this all the time. Stay in your lane. Just like a track star, just like dog races, the horse races, they got to stay in their lane. Because what happens if you get out of your lane? You're going to trip and fall. She's not going to fall to your left, and she's not going to fall to your right. You're going to fall, and they're going to keep going. Stay in your Plexus lane. That means blinders on. That means head down. That means in ready position. What does that look like for you? IPAs, working, having power hours, being productive every single day, having those big, bold words. That's the first part of that formula that I stand on every single day. Guys, for how much I've seen on this formula, let me show you my mouse pad. What does that say? Jill Renfro diamond. Am I a diamond? No, but this has been my mouse pad. I claim it. It is right here in the name of Jesus. It doesn't matter. Okay. I've had that. So every day I sit down and look at my business. I'm like, yes, ma'am, you are. And I'm working. Watch me go and get one more. Help me. I'm doing it. You've got to believe it, guys. You've got to. Okay, that's our first part. If you haven't written that down, it's big words. Plus the next part. Here we go. Big action. Big action. Let me get some water real quick. Big action. Now, what does this look like? Everybody gets this so confused. I don't want to grab people through the computer and say, wake up. What are you doing? Stop. Here's what they do. I'm working. Yeah. It's like this thing they've created in their mind. They think they're working because they've watched 4 Diamond documentaries. And they watch Sarah Marble. They can quote, they'll tell you what her favorite color is eyeshadow because they watch her so much, okay? They're sitting there just scrolling the team page nonstop. They're sitting there involved in their Sideline Sisters chat. Yeah, girl, can you believe that? Oh my God, yeah. They think they're working because they spent 7 hours doing Plexus. And honey, that ain't Plexus. Nope. All those people are already on Plexus. It's time for you to spend majority of your time with the people who are not on Plexus. This is where we get confused. We think, oh, I got to go work with all the people who are on Plexus. Well, at your level right now, I don't know what level it is, you probably know more people who are not on Plexus on your team than who are on Plexus on your team. Yes, there does come a point in time where literally every single one of my family members is on Plexus. Every single one of my teacher friends is on Plexus. I got to go meet new people, okay? My network of the people that I've known is closing. Does that mean that my market's tapped out? No. That means I need to go meet new people. I need to get in different scenarios. I need to join new areas, okay? So spend your time where it's going to build your business, where people who have not already purchased Plexus. Now, am I saying go ignore the people who already said yes? No. The first thing you need to do for big action is your IPAs. What does that mean? Your income producing activities. Reaching out to new people should be the number one thing. Number one thing. If you sit down at your computer and you go, I got to post, I got to check the team page, I got to go here, I'm going to watch last night's recording because I missed the call. Well, you do all these things. Well, that took an hour and a half. Well, now your kids are going, Mommy, and you got to go. Now your husband's like, babe, are we going to eat dinner? And you got to go. You never even talk to new people. The first thing you should do is the hardest thing. And a lot of times we put that off and we put that off and we put that off because it is the hardest thing. And we don't want to do the hard thing because the hard thing's not fun. We want to do the fun things. Let's go watch YouTube. Let's go talk to the people who are already on Plexus because I'm not embarrassed. Yeah. No. Okay. You go do IPAs, your income producing activities, contact new people. Then, okay, go follow up with people who you've already talked to who still have not purchased yet. Those are your fortunes in the follow up. Guys, I sign people every single month who I followed up with for 30 months, 18 months, 28 months. Every single month, it's somebody else who's been on my follow-up list. There is never an excuse. Then you go talk to the people who are on your team. Train them. Train yourself. You got to do your income-producing activities in a structured order that's going to build your business, guys. Here, because so many times people want to say, you know, God will handle it, or this, or I am working. Well, here's the deal. You're sitting on the couch, and you lost your job, heaven forbid, and you're thinking, you know, God will bless me with a job. Okay, God's going to bless you with a job when you are knocking door to door on the doors in your business suit and you're saying, hi, are you hiring? My name's Jill. Nice to meet you. Can I speak to your manager? That's when God's going to get you a job. He ain't going to get you a job when you're sitting on the door. Nobody at your house, nobody's going to come and knock on the door and say, hi, we've been waiting for you. Will you come work for us? It doesn't work out that way. To have the action, you have to do the action. You can't just be in sitting and thinking the action's going to come to you. It does not work out that way. I know there's somebody on this call tonight who needs to hear, get up and start working. All you're doing is going, well, somebody's going to come to me. Stop posting and hoping. I tell my team this all the time. Stop posting and hoping. Yes. Should we post? Absolutely. I've been in this business 3 years and I still post every single day about it. Stop posting and hoping though. That means don't just go, there's my post. I hope somebody sees it and somebody wants to join my team. Mm-mm. You post as fluff. I call it fluff on my team. You fluff. It's pretty. That's your business stores. Your little neon light. Hello, my little neon light for my business. Open, open. Posting is your neon light. You've let the whole entire world know your hours are still open. But now you need to go build a customer base. You need to get your face in front of people. You need to contact people. You need to be right there following up with them. You need to set up coffee dates. You need to get on the phone with them, three-way calls with them. Invite them to opportunity meetings if they're online or in person. Whatever y'all have for your team, utilize the resources. Action is huge. Action is going to change your whole entire business. But I will tell you, these two things, big words plus big action, it's going to equal big success. But you cannot have one and not the other. And this is what I mean. I know a lot of people who got big words, big words. They're claiming it. They're writing their visions. They're doing it. They've got vision boards. They're calling themselves a Ruby. They got zero action. Honey, you ain't going to get there. You're missing a piece to the formula. And I know a lot of people who got big action. They're work mode, contact people. But they talk negative trash can brain to themselves all the day and say, oh, I'll never get there. Oh my God, I can't believe that girl started. You're missing a piece to the formula. It doesn't work that way. You've got to have both. Big words plus big action equals big success. And I promise you, when you actually put this formula into place, it's a game changer. Game changer for your business. And here's the last thing I'm going to leave you with, and then we'll do Q&A and talk. You've got to take the time frame off. You've got to. So many people say, if I'm not diamond in a year, then I'm done. Well, I missed that goal of silver. Well, then that silver in 7 days doesn't work. She can suck my toe. No. You're saying, well, I went to convention. It didn't turn my business around last year. I'm still gold. Okay. Convention cannot turn around your business unless you have action, sister. So what did you do to turn around your own damn business? That's what you've got to do. So many times we put a time frame. Well, my upline did it in this short amount of span. My downline did it in this short amount of time. Why? Why is there a time frame? Why? Is there a time frame for you to get married? Did you put a cap on him and say, if you don't marry me in 6 months, well, then I'd hate to be him. So maybe you did. I don't know. I did tell my husband, by the way, I said, like, at one point in time, what are we doing? Like, crap or get off the pot. Come on now. So I know all about that. But what are we going to do? If we just put this time frame to it, we're done? No. It doesn't work out that way. In a traditional business or in a, your job, whatever you're doing now, you're still going back every single day, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Why aren't you coming back to Plexus every single day? It's baffling to me, and it's mind-boggling to me what people do. That they think, well, I'm going to work for 4 days. And it's like, oh, well, if I'm not able in 4 days, well, then forget it. Guys, it sounds so stupid, really. You were like, Jill, 4 days. But here's the deal. What do we all do in weight loss? Well, if I'm not skinny in a week, this doesn't work. Well, I'm not skinny in a month. This doesn't work. You're doing the same thing you're telling customers and ambassadors not to do. You're telling them this isn't a quick fix company. You're not going to get skinny overnight. You got to stay consistent. 90 days. Drink your water. You're telling them that, right? Well, I hope you are. If you're not, start telling them that. So now look what you're doing in your business. Well, I'll never get to this rank, or, oh my God, well, you're hoping it's a quick fix business. It's not a quick fix business, honey. Just like you have to drink your water, take your products, be consistent, show up, keep doing, watch your food intake. You got to do the same thing with your business every single day. It's not a quick fix business. If you thought you won the lottery by being a part of Plexus, I'm just going to burst your bubble right now and say, sister, this ain't a scratch off. This is not a scratch off. Eddie McMahon is not coming to your door with a big check. But you can get a big check at convention at Leaders Retreat if you work your arse off. You can, okay? So you've got to do it. You decide what you want to do. And if there's nothing else that you get from tonight and all you think is, oh my God, this sister girl's just yelling at me. She's preaching over here. She's crazy. I don't even know. Grab anything else. I want you to reflect. Just reflect and be brutally honest with yourself and say, does my work really match my goals? Do they? So for me, at this 3 years into this company, my goal has been diamond. That's it, diamond. And my husband is shooting for ruby this month. So we are double dipping here of what we got. So that's big goals. I have big goals to be a double diamond couple. I do. 1 hour a day doesn't cut it for those goals. 2 hours a day doesn't cut it for those goals. 3 hours a day doesn't cut it for those goals. Working my business 2 hours or 2 days a week doesn't cut it for those goals. I worked full-time as a third grade teacher all the way to Sapphire. So if your reason is, well, I work another job, honey, suck my toe. Oh, kid-okay. No. No. 8-year-olds are like herding cats all day long. Pee, puke, blood, fire alarms. Who knows what's happening? Throw a desk, throw a chair, restraining. Yeah, nope. If I can go be Sapphire in this company as being a third grade teacher under the age of 30, I don't have that much life, y'all. I don't. And so many people want to say that all the time. Guys, I don't have kids. Half of you have children. You should be whoring your children out left and right. Go to soccer. Go to Chick-fil-A. Go to the park. I can't go do those things. I look like a creeper. I can't go to ballet practice. I can't go to Chick-fil-A. I can't go to the soccer games. You should be if you're a mother or father, oh my gosh, you should be in PTO, PTA, soccer, sitting at Chick-fil-A, the parks. You should be offering to pick up the kids. Oh yeah, I'll go do it. Guys, that's networks. You have a whole network I don't have. And I'm 30 years old, or not even 30, I'm 28. I haven't even lived that much life yet. I've only worked this amount of part of my life. You've worked probably this much amount of your life. You know more people than I ever would. Well, stop comparing. You already got more hands up on it than I do. So if I can do this and be young and not know as much and not have children and not have that and get all the way to Sapphire working a full-time job, what are you waiting on? What are you doing? You're holding yourself back. It's you, girlfriend. And Oprah, Dr. Phil, Ellen can't help you. You've got to do it. Nobody else can. Angie can't help you. Nobody can. You've got to be able to help yourself. So take your big words, plus your big action, and I promise you, you're going to have big O success. And I'll shut up, and so we can do some more.
I had to find my unmute button. Oh my word, girlfriend. I love you.
Oh, I love you.
I was like, well, she's getting all like Ellen Ford up in here. That's how you remind me a lot of Ellen. But it's no wonder. I mean, you are like absolutely amazing. And I love that big words plus big action equals big success, because it's so true. That, I mean, you can't just speak and say, I want to be a diamond. You have to put the action into it. You have to speak that life into your business.
And sometimes action is so hard, and sometimes it's sacrifice. Guys, all through those 2 years of teaching the full-time job and doing it, I set an alarm clock on Saturday mornings. Who in the world wants to do that? Nobody. But I set an alarm clock for 6:30 on Saturdays to work my business. I would set an alarm on Sunday. I would stay up late. Guys, I sacrificed the sleep and The Bachelor and Grey's Anatomy and all the things. You got to do it. But now I'm able to have a different schedule. So it's a sacrifice for action.
And you know what else I love? What you said. I've never heard it this way, but it's like so true. When you said your why cannot be your why not. And it's so true. People do that all the time. They say, I want to do this for my kids, but then they're like, oh, my husband doesn't want me to spend so much, or not my husband. I don't want to spend so much time on Plexus because it's taken away from my kids. Like, girlfriend, that's why you need Plexus. So you can have this freedom. Take 6 months and lock yourself up in the room, or a year, lock up yourself in the room. So then you can have your husband at home with you, and you can both be at home with the kids. Mm-hmm. Like, just make those short-term sacrifices for this life, of freedom, because I'm making what you made in a year and a month. Like, crazy. I'm going to open it up for Q&A, and if you have any questions, if you will post them for me in the group chat. If you don't know how to post it in the group chat, you can unmute yourself or raise your hand.
And I'm an open book, y'all, like super open. You can honestly ask me anything. Yeah, so you're good. I'll be honest with you too. I don't know how to sugarcoat. That's a Southern flaw. Kind of like, hey. I was raised by a single mom, and she stands about 4'10". She's teeny tiny. She's like a Mighty Mouse over there, but she will put a hurting on you, and so I guess that's where I get it.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay. Okay, how do I attract runners? Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be truthfully honest with you. You ready? You cannot attract runners. You have no idea if somebody's going to be good or not good. Because you know how many times I've said to somebody like, oh my God, this girl will be amazing on my team. She's got all these followers and people. Gosh, she sucks it up. I don't know. And then there's this girl, I judge a book by her cover. I'm like, oh gosh, she has like 200 Facebook friends. She never even leaves her house. Sister doing great. Okay, I don't know. You can't just say she's going to be a runner. She's going to be it. Here's what you do. You be the runner. You be the rock star. You pull out all the stops. And when you get a rock star in the vehicle with you, you say, come on, sister, we're going to the top. And you keep driving that vehicle. Do you stop when you get a rock star? No. You say, come on, we're going to go get another one. And you keep driving the vehicle. And you say, we're going to get another one. And you keep going. Guys, I didn't have a rock star for or a runner or somebody for 9 months. I mean, it was a long time. But did that stop me? No. Not at all. I'm going to go be the rock star. I'm going to go lead my team to success. I'm going to do this with or without anybody. Watch me do this. And I'm going to keep going. And how you attract I think the question was how you attract business people. Be business. Because here's the deal. My best runners, my best ambassadors, my girls who are thriving did not sign up for the business. They signed up for wholesale discount for the product, but they saw me. They saw me posting and ranking and getting a paycheck and doing things. That's how you attract a business builder. You've got to make sure that you are living that. Let's see here. I have not had one person interested in a 3-way call or through a message. How do you approach this? You don't give them the option. What do you mean that you haven't interested in it? Were you asking them? Don't ask them. You say, hey girl, I'm going to put you in a three-way with my friend Angie. She got me started on these products and she's a product guru. She is at the top of the company and she is a phenomenal girlfriend. I'm still learning and I'm new, so she's going to help me set you up for success. Don't ask, just do. Boop, boop. Hey Angie, this is Jessica. She's so excited to start Plexus. She says she wants to lose weight and have more energy. Super excited for you to tell her your story and your testimony and for you to really recommend what's going to be best for her. And then you shut up. And then Angie's going to come in and she's going to say, hey girl, so-and-so, oh my God, I started to get skinny and and I'm a diamond ambassador and I loved it. So what are you interested in Plexus for, girl? I know she said skinny, losing weight, tell me about you, what kind of things have you strived to do? What are your goals? And then you're going to have a conversation back and forth. Don't give people the option. Yeah. Messaging is 100%. You don't have to ask. Of course, calls, you can't just you call somebody up and be like a creeper, but you can put them in a message. Why not? Okay. How do you deal with those who wanted to go silver and run in this business and then decide to stop and won't respond to those messages? Bless and release. Bye, Felicia. Watch me go to the top without you. Peace. Come to you and say this business doesn't work or say no one wants this. You know what their problem is? They're living in a trash can brain. And they need personal growth and they need more positivity. You can do is here. Those people say, how do you motivate your team? You can't motivate. You're looking for the motivated. Not everybody wants to be motivated. They don't. A lot of people love wallowing in their worry and soaking up their sorrows and being a woe is me girl. They thrive off of it. Something's always wrong with them. And there's probably somebody on this call I'm talking to you right now. Something's always wrong with you. You always want to cry about it. You always got anxiety about it. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not poking a finger. But I'm telling you about the reflect. You got to say, is that me? Am I somebody that every single day I'm like, nobody wants this business. Do you have to have a new pep in your step and a kick in your rear every single day? If that's you, you got to do something about it. Nobody can motivate you. You can only motivate yourself. So the people who don't want this, I'm not running with them. I'm not going to raise the dead. I'm going to go give birth to ambassadors because it's a lot easier to give birth than raise the dead. That's what I'm going to go do. And I'm going to keep trucking. And guess what? Some mummy may rise once they were dead and say, hey, I want to do this. Sorry, I haven't been talking to you for 6 months. Well, come on, sister, because I'm already an emerald. Let's go. And you're going to know more. And they're more than welcome to come back anytime. Absolutely. And you check up on them. You send them a message about, every so often, hey, girl, just checking up on you. Got a great special, great opportunity for you to come back to Plexus. If they don't respond to you, guys, done, move on. She knows where to find you. She knows what to do. It was her fault. She did not continue the product. She did not continue the business, and she let the negativity eat her alive. I have people still today do it. You're never going to reach a level in this company where people just all of a sudden go, I'm going to do all the things with Jill and I'm never going to stop. No, that doesn't exist. Angie has people who leave every day. I have people who leave every day. Mm-hmm. Celeste Gwynn has people who leave every day. We all do. It's normal. I would hope everybody doesn't want to do this business because that would be weird. We'd be like the Stepford housewives who were like robots or something. No. It's okay. Some people, everybody, honestly, is there for a season. The people who helped me get to Emerald, I would say 75% of them are not here anymore. The people who helped me get to Sapphire, 50% of those are not there anymore. Guys, it's a season-based. People are going to come, people are going to go, and you're going to have a few people, that you personally recruited. I can count on one hand who I've personally recruited who are the in it to win it. We'll never miss a function. We'll never miss a call. We'll never miss a day. We'll do all the things, and I can count on them that I've personally recruited on one hand. Yeah, and I have, between my husband and I, about 180 level ones. Now, of course, a lot of those are wholesale buyers. A lot of those pull me in 15 points, 10 points, 20 points. All the points are great, but I probably have 5 people who I can call them at midnight and say, I need help. We're working. They're like, okay, we're in it. What are we doing? Yeah. So, yeah, it's okay. People are going to leave and people are going to go. Not everybody's going to want to do this business with you. And you've got to continue to be the role model, lead by success, give grace, and bless and release. If you're holding on to those people, you're only eating yourself up. And what's that going to do? Trash can brain. We're back to square one. We got to repeat the formula all over again. Bless and release. Be done with it. And actually bless and release, that's the hardest thing you could ever do. But you've got to actually do it. Like, I'm done. I'm not mad at her. This was not for her. It was not a great time. I'm going to love her. Still going to wish her happy birthday. Still going to go to dinner with her and the kids. Like, Plexus isn't for her. Bless and release. Is it really that make or break? No, it's not. Okay. How How do you approach those who say this stuff is so expensive? I try to talk to them a lot about the investment of and what Plexus is actually worth. Guys, Plexus should, for what it's done for me, I should be paid $500 a month for my products. Absolutely. For what it's done for me, oh gosh. Oh yeah. Like honestly, it's not affordable when you're able to see the investment of what it is. It's expensive to people who don't know what it's going to do for them. And that's where you have to talk to them about the breakdown of what it is per day. Triplex per day is about $3. Girlfriend, I was spending $3 on Chick-fil-A, chicken biscuit, Starbucks, Sonic, tea, vending machine. I was actually spending like $12 a day. So I let my potentials know that. Girlfriend, and do the feel, felt, found method. Girlfriend, I felt the same way as you did. Completely. I was strapped. I had to charge my first, products. I'm not saying to do that, but I had to charge them. But I quickly started to notice that I started to feel so much better on Plexus. And I found that I'm actually making profit on these products because I'm not spending $9 a day on crap. So talk to them about what that really means to have the investment of Plexus and the value of Plexus, because our value is huge, huge, huge. Thank you for your answer. Okay. You can't motivate. That's in it. Do you hold hands and baby feed newbies or give them the info and kick them out of the nest? Now you're going to hear a lot of different people say different things on this. This is Jill's personal opinion. You can go to YouTube and one ambassador is going to say one thing and one's going to say another. Now my newbies, I say you got to hold them. You do. You got to hold them in their hand. How are they going to know where to find something if they are not being led and guided? Now, there's a difference to spoon feed and there's a difference to like have under the wing. There really is. You don't have to give everything on a silver platter and do everything for them, but you need to show them where it's at. So I take it back to the classroom. Ms. Renfro, I don't know the answer. Ms. Renfro, I don't know the answer. As a good teacher, should I say, oh, baby, the answer is C? Or should I say, did you check your folder? Did you check your book? What about those notes we took last week? Did you check those? Okay. Did you read it again? Did you ask your friend? Ask 3 before me. So yeah, that's how y'all would talk to an 8-year-old. But take that into my Plexus business. Oh, girl, did you check the team page? Did you check your, success kit? Hey, girl, yeah, that's totally it. There's a great video on that on YouTube. Have you searched that stuff on YouTube yet? There's ways to show them what to do and how to do that. Now, three-way messages. I hold hands in three-way messages I give them about, 4, 5, 6 of them, how many they need with me. And then they're really successful to do them on their own. It's okay. But they've got to learn from somebody. They've got to have a role model to do. They're not going to just know to post. You've got to tell them, hey, share your journey. Let's go ahead and make a post real quick. Hey, guys, I'm so excited. I just started Plexus. I can't wait to get my products in. Hey, guys, tell me what I've got to look forward to, Go ahead and have a little generic post typed out for them. Tell them just snap a selfie with their pink drink. But they're not going to know to do that. They're going to take this picture and they're going to put their website on there and it's going to find something on Pinterest. It's going to join me now. It's going to be this little kangaroo hopping into a pink Plexus train. It's going to look salesy and crazy. So you got to be there. You really do. And honestly, I run with my runners. I have an emerald who she can call me right now. And on this call, I will say, get back with you in a minute. I will. She's my emerald. She deserves my time. I've got a senior ruby. She deserves my time. I've got a ruby. She deserves my time. Of course. Now, I'm not saying just because they're higher ranked, they deserve more of my time. They're my runners. I run with my runners. They're pouring in the effort. I'm going to meet you where you meet me. You're working and you're showing up. I'm going to work and show up for you. Now, I've got girls who won't answer my messages for weeks, months, days, whatever the case may be. So when they message me, help, somebody wants Plexus, you think I'm going to go to my messenger right then and there and help them? No, I'm not. There's a difference. So you've got to have boundaries with it. Run with your runners. Really do it. Love everybody else. Get back to them eventually, but you don't have to be at their beck and call, okay? You really don't. You got to run with your runners on that one. And then the people that are going to be the most successful in this business are going to be the go-getters. They're going to be the people who don't need you anyways. My senior Ruby, she doesn't need me in the middle of the night. She doesn't. I was just using that as an example. Unless the back office was on fire, that's the only time she'd call me at midnight and say, oh my God, help, what's going on? But no, the people that are going to do well in this business are the people that find the answers, are the people who go the extra mile, are the people who say, I'll figure it out. Those are the people who are going to do well in this business. They're the people who say, hey, Jill, I checked the team page, I checked YouTube, I watched this, I still can't find the answer, girl. I'm stumped. Those are the people that are thriving in this business because they're go-getters. The people that need the handheld step-by-step, okay first, pat, 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 Kendra Scott, they're not going to do well. They're not. Because I never have met an emerald, a sapphire, a diamond at Hawaii, on stage, at Nordstrom's, at Gala. I've never met one that said, if it wasn't for my upline helping me the whole entire way, I'd never be here. No, that's not the case. Everyone I've ever met have said, yeah, I love my upline. She's a great friend, but girl, I was going to do it with or without her. Or there's someone like me that says, I don't have an upline. I'm going to figure it out with or without anybody. It's the people who just go do it are going to be the ones that are successful. But of course, you have great close relationships with them. I agree, because I was new and no one told me anything, and I got overwhelmed and actually almost stopped the business until someone took me under my wing. Absolutely. It is a difference. It is true. And everybody's different with personality. I'm somebody, if somebody was all over me, smothering me, I'd be like, get off. Like, I'll figure it out. That's just my personality of what it is. But if we are having to have somebody hold our hand all the way, then we have to learn to fly on ourselves at some point in time too. So yeah, it's completely, but if you have a great team, you have a great resource, you've got trainings, you've got things, wouldn't you want your new ambassadors to know to get on this call tonight? But how would they know if you hadn't told them, or you didn't tag them, or you didn't say, hey, Angie offers calls for us every month. You shoot on that call. It's awesome. You can't just expect they're going to scroll and see it. Tell them what's going on. You gotta definitely love them in there. Okay, my sponsor quit, so I didn't know what to do. It helped me. I gave advice where to look. Absolutely. Absolutely. Any other questions? No.
It got real quiet all of a sudden. Well, I'll give everyone just a few seconds. I really appreciate, this was an awesome call, and I think I'm going to make, all of my level ones listen to it. And my adopted level one. So, you are a feisty little girl, and you're not really a little girl. Well, you are
You're good. You're good. I don't take it offensive. Like I said,
I'm 12 years younger than you.
I say words like hussy, and I don't think anybody got offended. I hope you didn't, because I'm not calling you a skank. I'm just saying, what I'm saying. I'm so those are just my words. I'm Southern. Everybody to me is either a heifer or a hussy, and I'm not calling you fat or a slut. I'm really not. Those are just my words.
You got me dying. Thank you so much for taking time out. Tell your hubby thank you for sharing you with us, because this was fabulous. And I am going to be like the rest of these folks and have to go back and listen to it again, because there were so many great nuggets. You have me fired up. I'm going to Double Diamond. I'm just saying, in the name of Jesus, I'm going to Double Diamond. Yeah. So, and I cannot wait to hug your big diamond neck at convention. That's when it's going to happen. That's when it's going to happen. And I'm so thankful for you, Jill. Thank you so much for sharing with us and taking your time out. This was a fabulous call. So thank you very much, honey. And you have a wonderful night.
Bye, friends.
Bye.